Welcome back, my villagers, to another episode of Hugh Trent, the Insurance Man. I apologize, I was wrong. If you've been following our village or new to our village, you have to understand that I try my best to have conversation, open dialogues, and always provide transparency. However, if I'm wrong, if I'm ever wrong, I will admit that I'm wrong. So in this case, I am wrong when it comes to the assassin that used the rifle to unalive Charlie Kirk. At first, I thought it was a professional job, but after talking to a lot of my guns owners' friends that own a rifle, and they told me that that kind of shot from 145 yards, 150 yards, I believe anybody could do it. If you have that scope on that rifle, anyone could take that shot and it could be a fatality. So I apologize because I was running with an opinion that it was done by somebody else and that Tyler Robinson person, it was just in scapegoat. And I apologize for that. But I will leave the investigation to Candace Owens because I'm still watching her podcast and she's providing a lot of information that a lot of us are seeking. I want to shift our narrative or the perspective to another red flag that I've seen. Let me know in the comment section what you guys think because your opinion matters. We want to have conversation, open dialogue. So we need to make sure we are being transparent. So the thing that really bothered me is that, and I got this from Kenneth Owens as well too, when she mentioned something, don't replace Charlie Kirk with these bullshit all in on Israel. When I mention Israel, I'm stating again, I do not hate Jews. I don't care what you guys do, but I do care that when Israel government is being the top dog when it comes to United States congressmen, congresswomen, and I don't like that because America first. If you swore your allegiance to the United States of America, you need to understand that you're here to service American, not in another country, Israel, whatever case may be. Forget your belief. If you swore to serve the American people, you need to pledge your allegiance to America. Final. That's just my 2 cents. I'm sorry if I love American too much, and I'm sorry if I'm selfish. I'd rather we fix our broken home. If we have a leaking roof, we need to fix our home first before worrying about our neighbor on the other side of the world. Call me selfish, but I want to bring this up right here. My red flag. So Candace Owens was letting fake snakes know that do not replace Charlie Kirk with a shield. What is a shield? Well, I'm going to show you. Take a look at this real quick, my villagers.
And of course, they need no introduction. That would be in no particular order from my right to left: Matt Walsh, Michael Knowles, and Ben Shapiro. And I want to explain how this even happened. Obviously, we had the Vice President of the United States honor Charlie by guest hosting the show from the White House yesterday. I was just in D.C. yesterday for that, and it was an amazing experience. I've gotten so much great feedback, and of course, we are so honored that JD wanted to take time, from running the country and leading the world to help honor his friend.
The person who was talking was Andrew Covett, and he is the producer for Turning Point USA. It looks very good. Everybody there is professional, but every person there had an agenda. And I'm sorry, Andrew Covett, you're part of the agenda now because you took money from Israel. What am I talking about? Because we have Matt Walsh, Andrew Covett in the middle, followed by Michael Knowles and Ben Shapiro. That is a shield that Candace Owens was talking about. Because Ben Shapiro is the person I do not trust. He is the type of person that will backstab you when you are not watching. And that's what he did to Candace Owens. They also fired Candace Owens, and Candace Owens blew up because she did not take any money from any donors. She could just say whatever the heck she want. Therefore, she was able to build her platform within a year to almost 5 million subscribers. That is hard work. Give her credit for where it's due. And it all started when Daily Wire fired her. What happened after the departure of Candace Owens. Daily Wire had financial issue. You don't believe me? Look it up. They had to close many departments, and on top of that, they were declining in views. Candace Owens left, followed by Brett Cooper. Remember Brett Cooper? She is a very bright young lady, and they let her go. Why? Because she was speaking up about things she shouldn't have said. She is the mind of the next generation. She have the ability to command Gen Z. Kind of similar to Charlie Kirk. I want to show you this video right here where the $1 million donation came into the picture.
I know we at Daily Wire, we trust you at TPUSA to do it. I mean, that's really the answer. We're willing to provide, and we are providing, any level of material support, any level of support on the ground, boots on the ground, helping you to do what Charlie would have wanted to be done here. And I think that the reason that everybody trusted Charlie, the reason we're all mourning Charlie, is because nobody did it better. You spelled out two of Charlie's goals. You said, he wanted to bring people back to Christ and bring people back to church and back to biblical values. And he wanted to keep the MAGA coalition together.
And expand it.
And the question is how you do that. And the answer is you focus on the first, and the second is a byproduct. Okay, the answer is that, as Matt says, you have to unite around something. And yeah, we can unite in the short term around the fact that there are a bunch of people who hate our guts and want to murder us, which of course is true. But long-term unity, big movement change, which is what Charlie was really trying to drive, and why he went to talk to people who disagree, is about building around those core values. And so the long-term vision, yeah, we'll have our petty squabbles, and yeah, some of those squabbles will be more than petty, but the long-term vision has to be built around those original biblical conservative values that Charlie stood for, things like the Bible, things like free markets, things like family, all those things are things Charlie stood for. You got to build the coalition around values, because we can't build it around the man, but we can build it around the values that he left behind and that he spent his entire life fighting for. And, we couldn't be, frankly, more honored to join you guys as much as we can in the fight.
Thank you for that, and thank you for donating the Daily Wire $1 million. Breaking news on this show. Thank you guys for honoring Charlie so well today. God bless you.
That's horrible. Why is it horrible? Anything that deal with Israel, I steer far away from, because I do not trust Bibi Netanyahu. I made many videos about this devil, this Satan. I could just call him that because that is what I see. When you have the audacity to claim that you're innocent, but really you are unaliving a lot of people. Look at Gaza, for example. You think those children just vanished out of nowhere? No, it was done by Bibi Netanyahu, and this is a fact. If you don't like facts, get out of our village, because that's all I'm going to share with you here. Transparency, conversations, and open dialogues. Let me continue. So before the tragic passing of Charlie Kirk, what happened? Bibi Netanyahu came to America and was saying stuff like what? Charlie Kirk is a friend of Israel. Charlie Kirk loved Israel. He made it sound like Charlie Kirk was on his team, when Charlie Kirk always been America first, Team America first, and he is going to fix the leaking roof, our broke down fence, before anybody else. It's been reported that Bibi Netanyahu offered Charlie Kirk and Turning Point USA $150 million. That is a lot of money. That is more money than Turning Point USA bringing in, $150 million. But Charlie Kirk is not the type of person that can be bought, and this is why he's dangerous. Effective person have the ability to control, or should I say command, the youth by simply debating, by simply helping them understand critical thinking, help them understand debate, help them understand different perspectives, different views, and also the ability to say whatever the heck he wants based on his faith, a loving father, family values, and he could not be bought. That is why he's dangerous. He rejected the offer, and then came his demise. And you telling me I shouldn't ask questions? Why? Why can't I ask questions? Why can't I open my eyes and see when there is a tragic passing in United States? Why is it that Israel always come in and capitalize on it? I'm not stupid. I'm able to use common sense. My villagers, use common sense. It's healthy for you. You live longer. So this $1 million donation by Daily Wire. Daily Wire is the station, the mouthpiece for Israel. If you say anything bad about Israel, Ben Shapiro will come in and talk as if he is a saint in the name of Israel. Oh, he would gladly give up his U.S. citizenship for Israel. Look it up. Very troubling. Michael Knowles also, I believe, employed at Daily Wire along with Matt Walsh. If I'm wrong, let me know in the comment section. But all these people are heavily tied to Israel. And the fact that Turning Point USA took $1 million donation from a broke organization when Charlie Kirk was the man of his honor, rejected $150 million from Bibi Netanyahu, that speak a lot. And I am worried for what is going to happen to Turning Point USA. Is this the legacy that Charlie Kirk really want? Because one man rejected 150 million while another producer gladly took that 1 million and made it as if it was the best thing in the world. Red flag. I have the right to question. You can do the same, my villagers. If you don't believe me that Daily Wire was going bankrupt, look back about 7-8 months ago, if I remember correctly. They had to shut down departments, their employees' credit card wasn't working, and all that happened because of karma. I remember that when they let go of Candace Owens, followed by Brett Cooper, they lost a lot of Gen Z and they lost a lot of fan base because they tried to replace these two powerful women with a watered down version of these two women. Of course, people are going to turn away. Karma happened. If you don't believe in a God or a Buddha or whoever you believe in karma because karma is a real deal. You threw negativity to the world, the fan gonna turn on, it's gonna hit you right on the face. So don't do bad things, my villagers. But this thing is a red flag for me. Let me know in the comment section what you guys think. But just for Hugh Trend Insurance Man, red flag everywhere. And this is what Candace Owens was talking about. How dare you replace my best friend? How dare you replace Charlie Kirk with a SHILL? That is Ben Shapiro. This guy is a fake. He's a scam. He's all Israel. And that is scary. That kind of thinking really got me not really feel, I'm not going to say paranoid, but I did my research. I look around and I was like, you know what? Is there any other people out there think like me? So I went on to X and I found Lauren. What did Lauren say? It's a setup. Ben Shapiro Daily Wire donate 1 million to TPUSA to help bring people back to Christ and to bring people back to church and back to biblical values as Charlie wanted. This sounds good, but the truth is, this is money spent to enforce Christian Zionism and loyalty to Israeli interests. I don't care what you say. Anyone who give an organization $1 million become an influential part of the organization. This is a fact. Dirty money will control you and tell you what to say, when to say it, how to say it. And if you deny their request, you know what's going to happen. Also, it's a very strange that the Daily Wire was able to cough up $1 million to give to TPUSA when they themselves were shutting down departments and laying off people just a couple of months ago due to financial challenges. Where did this $1 million really come from? Oh my gosh, so I'm not insane. Because Lauren had the same idea that I had and she threw it on X. She had a much larger platform, so she's able to get to a larger audience. But I am not crazy because this is a red flag. If your founder rejected $150 million from Bibi Netanyahu, why you, Mr. Andrew Corvette, the producer, took a $1 million donation from that evil organization, the Daily Wire? Shame on you, Andrew. Shame on you. And when I was looking through here, my villagers reached out to me and said, you should look into Nick Fuentes. I haven't heard of this person, but he also brought up that 150 million I was talking about. Take a look at this, my villagers.
They say that Charlie Kirk was offered an infusion of $150 million by Israel. Okay? That would double Israel's budget, Turning Point USA's budget. Turning Point USA has an annual budget of $140 million. Netanyahu offered Turning Point $150 million for one purpose and one purpose only: to shill for Israel harder. Turning Point USA is already pro-Israel. They're not anti-Israel. They've never been anti-Israel. Charlie Kirk has, in the past, criticized Bibi Netanyahu. He has criticized secular left-wing Jewry in America. He has criticized a war with Iran, the famine in Gaza. He has never opposed Israel in itself. He has never explicitly opposed Israel. Israel offered him $150 million to be more pro-Israel than they already were, to be harder in their support for Israel, and in particular, to support regime change in Iran and to support their ethnic cleansing and genocide in Gaza. And Charlie Kirk refused the money. And I have independently confirmed that, by the way. I've heard that from 4 people. 4 people that I trust that are in the know. So this is coming from Candace Owens, a friend of Charlie Kirk. This is coming from Max Blumenthal, who purports to have a source. And I have heard from a handful of people independently of those sources that this offer was real and that Kirk turned down the money. After Charlie Kirk turned down the money, Netanyahu asked if he would come visit Jerusalem and give him the re-education tour. The Holocaust Museum, the burned babies, the beheaded babies, the one that Elon Musk took, the one that our Speaker of the House took. Anyone that's ever criticized Israel has been subjected to. He refused that as well. They offered to bribe him. They tried to re-educate him. He refused both offers.
So Nick Fuentes, sharing with his audience, he have a large audience, by the way, the same things that I was saying. So Nick Fuentes, he is a bit off. Just my opinion. I haven't listened to him yet, but he is talking a lot of shit. He does not like Candace Owens, Tucker Carlson. He doesn't like a lot of people, but he give off this vibe as me, 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 me. You listen to me, 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 me. So that is very unhealthy. So I steer away. I want to show you that video simply because he was saying similar stuff that I was saying. Charlie Kirk could not be bought. But it's a shame Kevin Covet took the 1 million donation. Dirty money, in my opinion. It's a free country. I can just say what I want to say. You do your own thinking, my villagers, but most importantly, look outside the box and see why is it that every time something tragic happened in our country, somebody, some organization capitalize on it. Very unfortunate. Why is it that Israel is so important to America? What have they done for us? What have they done? I don't remember. I don't recall. But if you know what Israel did for America to help Americans, the comment section is yours. I would love to read it, and I will fix myself if you can provide me honest, transparent information. Mr. Ted Cruz, I came into Congress 13 years ago with the stated intention of being the largest defender of Israel in the United States. Senator Ted Cruz. You pledged the allegiance to serve Americans, just an FYI. But when I say that, who am I to call you out for your stupidity? Who am I to call you out for your betrayal? I'm just throwing that out there, my villagers, so you start thinking and see, are these congressmen, congresswomen really working for United States? Or are they getting that 10% kickback from a certain organization that we shouldn't talk about? That brings me up to the last picture that I'm very furious. 250 delegates are in Israel right now, studying, learning the way of Israel. While our roof is leaking, our fences are down, we have a pipe issue, water all over the home, all over our home, internal terrorists, drugs, mental at all-time high, and yet they're going on to a trip to learn about Jerusalem, to learn about Israel, and why we should support Israel no matter what kind of evil they do to the world. What kind of evil am I talking about? Just look it up. They've been bombing everybody and attacking everybody and their mamas. And these are facts. If you don't like facts, don't let the door hit you on the way out, my villagers. With that aside, I'm asking you, we need to wake up and ask more questions, have conversations, open dialogue. But most importantly, we need to preach the truth because the truth will set us free. With that aside, like always, take care of your family, but most importantly, take care of your health. Until next time.